So welcome to day 3 or maybe 4 of me recreating my old Halloween nail sets, and this is what we're gonna do for today. Now, just a little backstory on this whole set. When I did this set last year, I was doing a challenge, and in that challenge I could only use the colors pink and purple, which is why you only see the colors pink and purple here. I'm not gonna do it pink and purple. We're just gonna revamp the whole entire thing because I don't like the way I did that last year. So Makartt is sponsoring today's video, hence why I have my little Makartt sweatshirt on that I got from my Makartt trip last month. I'm going to be unboxing, swatching, and using some new Makartt cover acrylics. Let's go ahead and do some swatches so we can get into the video. So Makartt is coming out with 12 different shades of cover acrylics, but they sent me 4 to try for you guys in this video. So let's check them out. And starting off, we have Gleaming, and it looks like it is a lighter shade of nude. I'm liking the color. It's a little translucent, but I'm still liking it. And then next we have Gimme Nude. I think this one is kind of like a true nude. What I like about it is it's not like a different shade of pink like some nudes are. It's like a true nude, so I like that one. And then we have Caramel, which is a brighter shade of nude. Fave is my fave so far, I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking this nude. I can see me using this for a lot of ombres, a lot of French. And that's kind of our lineup of swatches right there. Makartt drops their cover acrylics October 1st, so make sure you stay tuned for that drop. I will be using Makartt products throughout this whole entire video, so if you see anything you want to check out, make sure you click that description down below and use my code so you can get some money off of your purchase. So let's go ahead and put our nail tips on, shall we? So the nail tips that I'm using is from Makartt, of course, and these nail tips are squared C-curved nail tips. Very hard for me to shape, but I'm going to show you guys how I shape them in this video. So I'm just going to apply them using some brush on nail glue right here. And there we have it. So these nail tips are a little too long for what I want for this video. I'm still gonna keep them long, but we just gonna cut them down just a little bit. So I'm just gonna take a nail form and measure out how long I want my nails to be. And with these C-curved nail tips, they're kind of hard to cut just with some scissors. So I'm just gonna make a little dent in them, as you can see right here. And it makes an indentation so I know where to cut, and then I'm just gonna cut it right on down with my false nail clipper. So to finish up prepping, I have my nail drill, and I'm just gonna drill down the smile line of my nail tip so we don't have anything bulking. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I shape with C-curved nail tips. So I'm gonna do all of this using my sanding band, and I just start by drilling down underneath the nail on both sides. So you can see that's what I'm doing right now. This is key to not making it look bulky, trust me. And then I'm just gonna file, take an 80 grit file and file everything straight underneath on both sides, of course. And then I'm just gonna file as normal, file on each side of the nail, and then I'm gonna file down the free edge to make sure everything is nice and straight. Okay, so now here's the fun part. We can pick which nude we want to use for the video. So I'm really favoring, what color is this? The Gimme Nude. I really like this color. So I think this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to take a medium-sized bead and place it right there at the middle, kind of where the tip of the nail tip meets my natural nail, and work the acrylic all the way down. Now, right off the bat, I'm noticing the acrylic is running a little bit. I kind of caught myself running after the bead a little bit because it was running off of the sides, and I had to catch it a few times. So I was a little disappointed with that. But I'm loving the color, so we're just gonna keep working with it. So for the cuticle bead, we're going to take a smaller bead and put it before the cuticle, then push it up towards the cuticle and let it flush naturally. So here you can see the same thing. It kind of runs off to the side a little bit, so I have to go back and catch it. There are ways that you can make acrylic consistency a little less runny. So one trick that I do is I put clear acrylic in the acrylic that I want to make less runny and just mix it together. Sometimes that helps a little bit. One thing I do want to take back, I did say the acrylic was a little translucent, and it still is, but as I'm adding layers, it's looking good. I'm liking it. It's not as clear as I once saw when I did the swatch. So I'm really liking this color, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the colors in the comments down below, but she's looking really cute. So now I'm going to take a medium-sized bead with some clear acrylic and just cap everything right on off. I kind of started right before the cuticle, kind of below a little bit, so I can build my apex. And then I'm going to come back in with another bead towards the bottom of the nail to build that part up. So I finished all of the nails off camera, and I went on and filed off camera as well. I'm going to use a buffer to go ahead and buff everything out. And I want to wash my hands so we can go ahead and get started on this nail design. I'm a little nervous, I'm not even gonna lie, but we gotta get it done. So in the nail design that I did last year, we have a jack-o'-lantern and then we have the scream face. So I have to recreate both of those and incorporate some blood drips. So what I did is I searched on Google pumpkin and scream face, and what did I come across? A pumpkin scream face. So here's the pumpkin scream face that I came across, and y'all, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna combine the jack-o'-lantern with the scream face, and we're gonna put it together. Okay, so first we're starting off with this orange gel paint here, and this is going to be our base color. Of course, a pumpkin is orange, so yeah, we're going to base everything around this color. So I'm going to start outlining my scream face. So in making the scream face, you basically want to break it down into shapes and lines. So what I start out with is parentheses. So we're going to do one parenthesis on my ring finger, and I'm doing that right here. And then after I'm done with that one, we're gonna do another parenthesis on the other finger. You can think of it as a parenthesis, or you can think of it as like a half circle, kind of, sort of, I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna call it, a parenthesis. And I don't connect the two together. We're just gonna leave it just like that. And we're not gonna cure that yet. So now I'm gonna make a line on each side coming down diagonally and meeting in the middle of my two fingers. And I do it with my two fingers together just to make sure that they're both meeting at the same point at the bottom. And then in the end, it's gonna kind of look like an ice cream cone. Listen, I know it looks nothing like a scream face now, but just give it a second. It's gonna grow on you, I promise. So I went on and cured my ice cream cone off camera, and we're just gonna go in with the same exact color and fill our little ice cream cone in. And now it's definitely looking like a full-blown ice cream cone, I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cure that using my Makartt Pro rechargeable UV nail lamp. I'm not really satisfied with the way it looked with one coat, so I'm just gonna go back in with a second coat just to make sure that orange is solid. So now we're going to mix some colors together. So the key to making something look super detailed is to have shading and shadows and all that good stuff. So of course we're going to start with our base color, which is the orange color. And I want to make 2 shades of orange. So to make the 2 different shades of orange, I'm just going to take brown to darken them a little bit. I'm going to put more brown up top than the bottom so we can make one darker color. And I really wasn't happy with the lighter color, so I wanted to come back in with some red to make it look like a burnt orange. And this is what I came up with. So while doing the shading, I'm going to be looking back at the Google picture that I found, and I really just look at the different spots that are darker than other spots. And that's why I'm going to start off putting my medium shade of orange. And if you notice, it's mainly in the corners of the screen face. So just a little dabs here and there. And then I'm gonna layer it again using the darker shade of orange. And I did cure before I put another gel on top before I layered the gels. Now we can start on these eyes. When I look at the Scream eyes, I see a kidney bean. So that's the shape that I'm going for whenever I'm drawing the eyes. And I'm using that medium shade of orange just to outline the kidney bean. And then I went on and did the other one off camera, and here you can see them side by side. I tried my best to make them symmetrical. One is bigger than the other, but that's neither here nor there. I did my best, okay? And then I'm gonna fill it in with the base color orange. So the orange that I use for the base color, that's the color I'm using to fill it in. I'm trying to make it look like it's bulging out a little bit. When you look on the Google picture, that's kind of how it looks, and I think the outline, that medium shade of orange, gives it that illusion. So that's what I'm trying to mimic here, and I mean, it's pretty close. And now you can kind of see that Scream face coming together a little bit. So of course, this is a pumpkin Scream face. It's not an ordinary Scream face, so we have to add the pumpkin lines to it. So I'm just going to take the darker shade and I'm going to make the lines. And it's 3 lines in the face. So we're going to do 3 lines coming down, 2 on the side, and then 1 in the middle. And I kind of had to go back over them a couple times to make it a little bit thicker, because in the picture, they're not thin lines. They're a little on the thick side. And if you look at the picture, there is like a lighter color in the middle going down each line. So I took the base color orange that we use for the base color, and I just went down the middle of each line. And it kind of gives dimension when you do that. So I'm liking the way this is turning out. I'm a little bit more confident at this point. My biggest fear is this not looking like a pumpkin. It's just looking like an orange Scream face. So yeah, we're just gonna try to pumpkinify this Scream face as much as we possibly can. So now the actual eyes. So of course, pumpkin eyes are carved out, so we gotta make these eyes look like they're actual carved out. So on the picture, it's jagged. So I start out with a dotting tool and just making just one little swoop for the eye, and then I go back in with a detailed liner brush and make it look more jagged. And I think we're doing a pretty good job, honestly. So after I cured my eye, I'm looking at my finished product so far, and I'm really not liking the shading. I think it needs more shading. So I'm just gonna go in with some black, and I'm gonna put black on each of the corners where I want more shading. And I'm gonna take a brush, a dry brush, with just a little bit of acetone, not too much, just a little dab. And we're just gonna dab that black out, kind of blend it out. So it's kind of an ombre a little bit, but it also gives it a little bit of texture too as well. So I did that on each corner where I wanted more shading, and this is how it looks with another eyeball too. I did the eyeball off camera, of course. It's looking more and more like a pumpkin as we go. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm super excited. We have to do the mouth. So I'm gonna take a dotting tool for the mouth, the same one that I use for my eyes. We're still going for that jagged look, so I'm going to create the mouth in a zigzag. So I'm going to come out with the mouth at the top, and then I'm going to zigzag down diagonally going towards the inside of the nail, as you can see there. I want to add a little bit more detail to this. So I want to add some light spots. So if you look closely, like really closely to the picture that I found on Google, you gotta squint at it to see it. There are a little bit of spots that are light spots. It kind of represents wherever the light is shining on the face of this Scream jack-o'-lantern man that we have here. And I'm just trying to mimic that. So I'm gonna go in with some white, and I'm just gonna put the white on the spots that I see lighter spots. And it's really on the corner of the eyes, and then we have one kind of below the mouth, and then on the forehead. Honestly, there are way more light spots in this picture, but I think I am content with what I got now. So we're gonna stick with this. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Now for the hood. Now I'm kind of on the fence about this hood. So if we look back at what I did last year, I did kind of do a hood, but I didn't at the same time. I kind of just outlined the face with some purple that kind of acted as the hood, but I think I want to mimic that a little bit this time. So I'm just going to outline my face with black. And I'm going to go all the way around, but I want to do it a little bit thinner than I did last time. I'm not going to go as thick. So very thin line going all the way around the whole entire head. And I guess we could have did a hood, but let's just go with this. I like this. I think I do. And I do remember doing this part last year. I did try to do like a kind of a shadow type of effect. So I'm gonna take my dry brush and dip it in a little bit of acetone and go around the whole entire face to try to get that smoky type of effect going around the jack-o'-lantern slash Scream face. And I like it. I like the smoky look. So I wanted to do some red going around as well. We're gonna dab that around the whole entire head, and that's how that looks. So we gotta incorporate some blood drips. So I'm gonna take my dotting tool, and we're gonna have it crying blood, you know, typical for Halloween. So I'm gonna do 2 drips coming down and round it out and kind of make it come up as a point, like it's dripping down from the head. And then I'm gonna do 1 tear actually coming out of the eye of the jack-o'-lantern. And he's crying, he's so sad. It's okay, cause you look so good, hun. I just wanna be so detailed. We're gonna go in with some white. And I think we're done. I don't know if I want to add anything else. So let's go ahead and top it off with some top coat. And this is our finished product. Ooh, I forgot the nose. I think it still looks good. I think it still looks okay without a nose, hopefully. Y'all tell me how y'all like it without a nose. We're done with that. We combined our Scream face with the jack-o'-lantern, so we don't have to worry about a jack-o'-lantern anymore. But I still have to figure out what I want to do with the pointer finger and the pinky finger. So I'm going to go in with some orange, with that base orange that I used for the jack-o'-lantern's face. And we're going to do a half orange Frenchie. And I went on and did it on the pinky finger off camera. So on the other side of the nail, I'm just gonna go ahead and black it out. We're gonna paint it all black. So I'm just gonna do a straight line in the middle at first, and then I'm gonna go in and fill in that black all the way from top to bottom, all black. And I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. So I'm gonna do these blood drips a little smaller, like skinnier, because I think I want to do something a little bit different at the bottom. I want to add something to the bottom of this, so I don't want to make the blood drip so big to the point where it takes away from the extra piece that I'm getting ready to add. So yeah, very slender. I've never done them this small before, and I like it. I really like the way it's turning out. And I also want to add the little light shimmers, so I'm just going to add like one on each drip. So okay, check out the pinky, right? So I wanted to add like a little vine because I thought that would be super cute to add since we're doing like a pumpkin. I wish I would have thought of this idea while I was doing the scream face, because I would have did a vine kind of spiraling down the face, you know? But you know, it's a little too late for that because we already put a top coat on top. So I'm going to incorporate it on the pointer and the pinky. I want to add a leaf so you can clearly tell that this is a vine. So we're going to have a little stem coming off at the side. And then the leaf was pretty easy to make. It's just really having the line and then having little lines spouting off of each side. I did 2 lines spouting off of each side. As you can see, I'm doing right here. I'm trying to attempt. It's a small leaf, so it's not gonna be perfect. So don't look for it to be symmetrical, but we tried our best. And top coat. Look, I cannot believe that. I'm super proud of the way this turned out. Listen, we did 10 times better than last year. So of course this is a hit. This has to be a hit. What else is this going to be? Y'all saw what we did last year. Now look at what we did this year. Like, it's a hit. Definitely a hit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys really like the final product like I do, because I was not expecting it to turn out this way, let me tell you. But yeah, definitely a 10 out of 10. So if you watched this final video, thank you guys so much for watching this far. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope some of my tips and tricks help you guys this spooky season when you're coming up with your nail design. And I want to give a big thank you to Makartt for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check out all 12 of their cover acrylics. It drops October 1st. You can use my code to get a little bit of money off of your purchase. The link is down in the description down below if you want to check out anything from their site that I used in this video. But for next week's nail design, this is what we have to recreate right here, and this will be the very last one. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys in the finale of the series. This month has really gone by so quick. Oh my gosh. Bye.